Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have more than 24 hours in their day while you're struggling to keep up? A question we've all asked ourselves at some point, isn't it? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of time management. Many of us grapple with the sensation that time is slipping away, leaving us in a constant race against the clock. But it doesn't have to be this way. Effective time management is about more than just cramming tasks into every waking moment. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about streamlining your workflow, accomplishing tasks more swiftly, and reducing stress levels. Imagine a world where you're in control of your time, where you don't feel pressured every second, and where you can achieve more while enjoying a sense of calm and fulfillment. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it isn't. Stay tuned as we delve into a scientific study that sheds light on effective time management techniques. Ever heard of Parkinson's Law? It might just be the key to your time management struggles. This law, formulated by British historian and author Cyril Northcote Parkinson, states that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But there's a profound truth in this seemingly straightforward observation. Parkinson first presented this concept in a satirical essay written for The Economist in 1955. His observations were based on his experience in the British civil service, where he noticed a curious tendency. The more time is allocated for a task, the longer it tends to take. This isn't because the task itself becomes more complex or demanding. Rather, it's because our perception of the task and our approach to it shift when we have more time at our disposal. Imagine you're given a week to prepare a presentation. You might spend the first few days researching, the next couple of days crafting your slides, and the final day rehearsing. Now, what if you were given just one day for the same task? You'd probably approach it in a much more focused and efficient way, cutting out any unnecessary steps and zeroing in on the most important points. The end results might not be dramatically different, but the time spent certainly would be. That's Parkinson's Law in action. This concept has been supported by various studies in the field of time management and productivity. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that setting strict deadlines for tasks can help prevent procrastination and improve productivity. Another study, conducted by the University of California, showed that people tend to use all the time they're given for a task, even when they could complete it more quickly. So, what's the science behind this phenomenon? It could be related to a psychological concept known as time illusion, where our perception of time can be influenced by various factors, including how much time we believe we have. When we have a longer deadline, we tend to underestimate how much work we have to do and overestimate how much time we have, leading us to work at a slower pace. Conversely, when we have a shorter deadline, we're more likely to overestimate the amount of work and underestimate the time, leading us to work more efficiently. But here's the kicker. Parkinson's Law isn't just about work and deadlines. It applies to almost every aspect of our lives. From cleaning the house to planning a vacation, the time we allocate for something will inevitably be filled, whether with productive activity or not. This is why it's so important to be mindful of how we allocate our time. So how can you use Parkinson's Law to your advantage? Let's find out. Parkinson's Law might sound like a curse, but it can actually be a blessing in disguise if you know how to use it. With this law, we're looking at the principle that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Essentially, if we give ourselves a week to complete a 2-hour task, then psychologically speaking, the task will increase in complexity and become more daunting so as to fill that week. You might be thinking, how does this help me? Well, the practical application of Parkinson's Law in your daily life can be a game changer. Let's consider everyday tasks, for instance, laundry. If you approach it with the mindset that it'll take the entire afternoon, guess what? It probably will. But if you set a timer for 1 hour, you'll likely find that you can get it done in that time. This isn't just about rushing through tasks, it's about setting clear, realistic deadlines and then working efficiently to meet them. By doing this, you're not only saving time, but also reducing the mental load associated with the task. The same principle can be applied to work tasks. If you have a report to write, don't give yourself an open-ended deadline. Determine how long you think it should take, then reduce that time by 25%. This encourages focus and efficiency. But there's a caveat here. Avoid perfectionism. Perfectionism is the enemy of productivity. When you're working within a reduced time frame, it's crucial to focus on doing the task well, but not necessarily perfectly. Remember, done is better than perfect. Now let's talk about the benefits of applying Parkinson's Law. Firstly, it forces you to prioritize. When time is limited, you're compelled to focus only on the most essential tasks. Secondly, it reduces procrastination. When you have a clear deadline, it's harder to put things off. And finally, it can lead to increased productivity and efficiency. By setting tighter deadlines, you're essentially training yourself to work faster and smarter. Importantly, it's about being realistic and kind to yourself. Don't set impossibly tight deadlines that will only lead to stress and burnout. The goal here is not to work harder, but to work smarter. Furthermore, consider using tools and techniques that can help you apply Parkinson's Law. For instance, use a timer or a time tracking app. Break larger tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. And keep your goals visible so that you're constantly reminded of your deadlines. Applying Parkinson's Law in your life can dramatically improve your productivity. But remember, it's about making the most of your time, not squeezing every last second out of the day. It's about working efficiently, not tirelessly. Applying Parkinson's Law in your life can dramatically improve your productivity. But wait, there's more. While Parkinson's Law is a great tool, it's not the only one in the toolbox. Let's dive into some other effective time management strategies. The first one is the Pomodoro technique. This strategy involves breaking your work into 25-minute intervals separated by 5-minute breaks. These intervals are known as pomodoros, the Italian word for tomatoes. This technique is based on the idea that frequent breaks can improve mental agility. So imagine yourself as a tomato being sliced into productive segments. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish when you're a highly focused tomato. Next on the list is time blocking. This strategy is all about dedicating specific hours of your day to accomplish specific tasks or types of work. You could block out the first 2 hours of your day for deep, focused work, then another hour for administrative tasks. The key here is to be intentional about how you spend your time. It's like setting a mini agenda for your day, and it's a fantastic way to ensure that your time is spent productively. Our third strategy is prioritizing tasks. This might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised at how many people get this wrong. Prioritizing means figuring out which tasks are most important and tackling them first. It's about understanding the difference between urgent and important, and making sure that the important tasks don't get left behind in the hustle and bustle of the urgent ones. A useful tool for this is the Eisenhower box, which helps you divide your tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not urgent or important. These strategies, when used properly, can significantly improve your productivity and give you a sense of control over your time. But remember, these are just tools. The real magic happens when you take action and implement them in your daily life. Armed with these strategies, you're well on your way to mastering time management. But remember, knowledge without action is useless. So, armed with the knowledge of Parkinson's Law and other time management strategies, what's next? It's time to take action. It's time to put these strategies into practice in your everyday life. It's not just about understanding the principles, it's about living them. Consider the benefits. Imagine a day with reduced stress, where tasks don't loom over you. Picture a better work-life balance, where your time is truly your own and you're not constantly playing catch-up. Visualize increased productivity, where you accomplish more in less time, freeing up moments for what truly matters to you. But remember, it all starts with a single step. Start small, maybe by applying Parkinson's Law to one task in your day. Over time, as you become more comfortable, expand the strategy to other areas of your life. It's a journey, not a sprint. Don't let time manage you. Take control of your time and watch as your life transforms. Start now